Hello everyone. What you're looking at, hopefully anyway, is a cartouche on an M1 Garand. It's rather old, so it's hard to make out, but up at the top here you have SA for Springfield Arm. Down here you have EMF for Earl McFarland, who was an ordnance inspector from June of 1942 through October of 1943. This is when he inspected the M1 Garands for the Ordnance Department. And that was his stamp that he put on if the rifle passed. There was three things that were done by the ordnance inspectors. They would check for functionality, do a test fire of a round, check for any damages, and then certify it as passed if everything checked out, and then they affixed their stamp. And each inspector had other stamps that they might add at the time, and this one, it's hard to make out, but this is the ordnance stamp, Ordnance Department, which they called the Ordnance Wheel, which had cross cannons in it. So this is my weapon for my VR with weapons that we like to fondle as a VR for Ed Usaf. Alright, so as I mentioned, this is my VR for Ed Usaf. He's been a channel I've been subscribed to for a number of years, somebody I consider a good friend. Anyway, his request was, what weapon or weapons do you like to fondle? Well, this is my choice of hands down the weapon that I would prefer to pick up on a regular basis. I wouldn't so much call it fondling as much as taking a ride back in history. This is a 1943 M1 Garand that I spent almost a couple of years restoring to its original, or close to its original, I should say, condition. I took a lot of time tracking down parts that were period specific for this weapon. Things such as a new op rod that had the an op rod that had the proper drawing number for this series of Garands, type 1 rear sight, period correct front sight, even the gas block. Actually, the only thing that wasn't on this weapon or on a Garand during World War II is the barrel, and it's kind of ironic because The barrel is actually, again, period correct for 1943, but it was a brand new barrel still in its cosmoline wrapper. So, well, everything on this weapon probably fired a 30-06 as it was the round of choice for this weapon. The barrel is yet to fire one in anger. Pretty sure it won't, but it was a labor of love getting the cosmoline off of that and getting it mounted in its new home. As I said, everything else, the trigger group, actually the trigger assembly, bolt carrier, everything is dated for this weapon. Even I mean, it's easy to get new or refurbished, reblued parts for these, and while it's tempting, I left everything as much as possible stock. This is the original butt plate that came with the firearm when it was issued. There's obviously a lot of, along with the, the stamps, there's obviously a lot of scars, dents, dings that when you are restoring a stock like this, you don't want to get carried away and remove everything. That's part of the history of this weapon, and I think that's why this is my favorite, because when you pick it up, it's not fondling, it's drawing you back in time. It forces you to wonder if this weapon was used in the Pacific campaign or the European campaign. Who knows? I mean, that's the mystique about it. It gets you thinking about our history and the brave boys that used this, and a lot of them died with this in their hands, but their sacrifice gave us our freedoms to this day, and we should never forget that. So Ed, this is my choice of a weapon that I like to pick up and remember. Thanks for watching. Everyone have fun, be safe. Desert Gold out.